Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take few minutes to understand how this meditation practice can help for your inner development, and at the same time, how you can build up a very sustainable mental practice. So that is the very important part. When it comes to Buddha's teaching, it has certain way that you have to understand and you have to put it to practice. So it is start with the clear understanding. Because if you don't understand it clearly, what will happen? What you know about it going to be wrong maybe. So that's why you need to listen to the Dhamma, or you need to listen to the teachings to understand the method very clearly. So other thing is, Dhamma always come from not everybody, because everybody don't practice Dhamma. Most of our day-to-day life, our friends and family members, they have their own things and they have their own way. Nothing wrong about it. So then when you have opportunity to listen to Dhamma, always you have to remember to get the best out of it. Why? Because it's not going to be all the time, everywhere. It's not going to be available for every day. So that's why you have to have somebody, and you have to have some community of Sangha or people who practice the Dhamma, and you have to have the ability to share your practice. So that way you can build up a very profitable conversation. So through that way, whatever the Dhamma you listen, you can put it to practice very clearly. Why? Because your understanding is become more better. So once your understanding become better, what happens? So the naturally, your bodily, verbally, mentally actions start to merge with it, align with it, absorb it, get nourished through that what you learn, and then it start to come out of your actions. So then your lifestyle start to shift to different level. And that will help you to have a tranquility lifestyle. Because now you have kind of like a self-discipline develop within you with the clear understanding with the practice. So that leads you to that undisturbed mind. And that is where you can gain the clear comprehension or the clarity. So that clarity will lead you to understand how things come to be as they are. So in the deeper level, always you have to remember that this all depend on your intention. So when it comes to intention, that we all are looking for something. So first you have to be very clear about it. What you really want out of this all. What you want out of this life. What you want out of this practice. And then then you have to question why you don't have it. Because now you know what you want. Just imagine very simply in the conventional life. If we look kind of like a freedom, happiness, satisfaction. So then you have to look why you don't have it. So there is a reason for that. You know, if you know what you want, why you don't have it? So that means there is something else there. So there is a reason for that. That whatever already is there may be not going to help for you to have what you want. Because if it is helpful, then why you can't get it? So that's why our mental formations, our cankers, may be not helpful for us. So then you have to have something new. So develop a kind of like a very logical argument to yourself. So now you know what you want. Even our highest goal is the Nibbana. So it is within us, but still we can't get it. Or liberation in the ultimate level, but in the conventional level, freedom, happiness, satisfaction. So then why you can't get it? Now you know what you want, why you can't get it? Because then something else there. So then you have to remember, while you have it, you're not going to get that what you want. So then what you have to do? There is something else for that. So then you have to get it to you. So before you get it, what you need to do, you have to remove, you have to erase maybe that what you already have. So otherwise, maybe there are many methods. Otherwise, you have to bring your practice, you should be more higher, stronger to overcome that whatever already there. One way to take it out and start to bring the other things. Otherwise, you have to increase your practice and not to give an opportunity, not give another chance for your mind to keep continue the whatever already there. So remember, our mind depend on repetition. So when there is a thought arise to your mind, what happens? The mind start to get that thought, so that thought itself start to reproduct it. Repetition. Another way we call kind of like a memory, habit. So it has a pattern. Otherwise, when the thoughts come, if disappear, it's go away, then no problem. But what happens when there is a thought arise in your mind? So the mind already there, mind like the foundation. So the thoughts arise. So the mind, just imagine the mind is like the earth. Thought is like a tree. So then just imagine when that one tree arise, grow, out of that tree, there is a possibility that you can grow the trees in this entire world. How you can do that? So you have to follow certain method to replant. So that way the tree going to grow. So the earth going to facilitate. Earth cannot resist. Oh, I don't like this tree, bring another tree. Like that, earth cannot resist it. So whatever the tree they are, it's going to grow. So the earth is like the mind, trees are like thoughts. So then, whatever come to your mind, what happens? It start to repeat again and again and again and again. According to a certain pattern, according to the repetition of that pattern, what happened? It becomes strong. So the upadana another way means grasping, clinging, allowing to grow. Grasping, clinging, and allowing to grow. So that's the very nature of the cankers. So then just imagine when you see something, so when you hear something, smell something, taste something, feel something, whatever come to your mind, if you see something, it's just it. If you don't keep thinking about it, then there is no way that karma going to happens following that scene. Good karma or bad karma or neutral karma not going to happen out of that scene. Because it's just see, that's it. When you hear something, if just hearing, if you don't start to build up thoughts out of that, then nothing going to happen. So then just imagine out of this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, when whatever you experience, if you don't keep thinking about it, there is no karma going to happen. So when there is no karma going to happen, no way that the desire going to become stronger. Grasping, clinging nature not going to be there. So the grasping means what? When you see something, when the first thought arises, you start to hold that, clinging to it. And then what happened? The thoughts start to build up again and again and again on the top of that experience. So first, try to understand this basic principle with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. That's it. There's nothing else. There is no any other, the big secret behind that. You have to have eye object, ear object, nose object, tongue object, body object, mind object. So once you you have your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and once the object come together and when the contacts happen, thoughts arise. When the thoughts arise, it's a very natural process. When the thoughts arise, if it is just it, if there is no any thinking process going on in you, there is no karma happens. How the karma starts? When you experience something with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, you clinging, grasping, holding, and then you start to think about it. So that thinking process build up the karma. To think like that, grasping like that, clinging like that, what happens? We already have preconditioned mind. We have some information from our past, empowered by the lust or the greed, desire. That is the one who push us to think. So then remember, in case whatever you experience, if you are not keep thinking about it, it's just become just experience, then you are capable to neutralize the current happening inside us. So when it comes to that, there are four kind of nutritions that allow us to build up this process. It's kind of like essential elements that sustain mental and physical life and also generate the new existence. It happens within one thought and also it can happen within our life also. So existence has two qualities. One existence means the mind. When the thoughts come, if you start to empower the thought again and again, if you repeat that thought, that is a existence. Within one thought, that existence happens. Another existence means that after we die, we're going to born again. So somehow for this both existence, there is a kind of like a very sustainable method that it keep going. It has with the very essential element. So those are we call for nourishments. There are four things: Kamma, Chitta, Ritu, Ahara. So those are the things. When the thought arises, those are the things empower the thoughts to have another thought in a certain way. So Kamma, law of moral causation. So that related to the lust, our past experience. And the past experience depend on the greed, hatred, and the delusion. And sometimes when we don't know exactly right reasons as it is, maybe we misunderstand things. And out of that misunderstanding, we already build up a pattern thinking this is the right way. So then what happens? Now we are keep repeating. As a result of that repetition, as a result of that what we believe as right and wrong, as a result of that our bodily, verbally, mentally actions we perform already in the past, we already build up a pattern inside us. So that pattern depend on action, reactions, and result already within us. It is like a current push us forward. That's the law of moral causation. So that's why whatever come to your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, and suddenly you start to jump into it, or maybe you already have the intention regarding your future. And already whatever happened in the past, you already know what it is. So then what happens? Just imagine in the present moment that whatever you experience, if you have the clear comprehension or the awareness clarity, you don't allow that law of moral causation to repeat itself as a current. You take a very conscious decision. That is where the karmic path going to break. So that is why the sati is powerful than your karma. But the sati or the awareness, you have to practice, develop it. That's why you have to practice the meditation. Otherwise, your habitual pattern overtake your life. You miss the opportunity yourself. You miss the power of now that you have because of this habitual pattern, karma. And the other one is the chitta. So remember, four nourishments, essential elements. And so in that way, the essential element here, Kamma, Chitta, Ritu, Ahara. So next one is the Chitta. The Chitta means the mind or the consciousness. So the consciousness also not a kind of like a unchangeable, permanent, solid entity. Even though it is there, it is not unchangeable. So that is one of the important things. When it comes to the ultimacies in the Buddha's teaching, in the Abhidharma, Chitta, Chaitasika, Rupa, Nibbana, because you cannot anymore divide it to another part when it comes to mind or the consciousness. But that doesn't mean you have a very permanent, unchangeable consciousness. So the consciousness also itself change. So then in the very moment, the very condition of your mind, even though you have the karma, the very condition of the mind or the consciousness also affect further the next moment of existence. So that's why there's when it comes to the very foundation of the Buddha's teaching, there's nothing independently itself separately effect for our existence. It's a combination of essential elements. So that's why when the Kamma is there, the Kamma itself cannot work. So then it needs the ground. So that's why the tree itself cannot grow. It needs the ground. So the ground is the mind or the consciousness. So then when you practice the meditation, what happens? On the surface level, you see the thoughts, but when you go deeper, deeper, deeper into it, when the thoughts settle down, you are capable to understand the mind, the nature of the consciousness. But on the surface level, you can't. So that's why you need this practice. So the very nature of the consciousness or the mind come and combine with the Kamma or the law of moral causation. And another thing is, it needs the help of the environment or the Ritu. Ritu means seasoning. So as you know that when the change of this environment, rhythm of environment, effect for our physical and mental behavior. And so environment is the one of the very key factor, because remember the eye itself not going to, ear itself, nose, tongue, body, mind itself not going to have any thoughts, consciousness. What happened? You need the object from outside. So that whatever the outside object and even our physical body also part of the nature. So that has a very great connection with the environment. So that also need to combine with karma, chitta, and the environment. And other thing is ahara. So the ahara is here nutrition. So the food we intake. So it is not just the food we intake from our mouth. So our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, that always take the food, nourish from this outside. So that itself help us to generate our new existence. So what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you taste, what you feel, what you think, not just thinking or not just feeling, with the desire, oh, I like this, I hate this. So like that, always when you resist at what you hate and when you go towards that what you like, and it itself create some kind of pattern inside you. So it creates some kind of grasping, clinging nature in you. So that itself lead you to create another karma. So because whatever you like to get it, you will do anything sometimes. Some people. When you think, oh, I like it. So that likeness is that is the food for your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. So then you will do things. Then maybe you break the very moral disciplines to get it. So then that itself again lead you to unprofitable action sometimes. See then, these four things: Kamma, Chitta, Ritu, Ahara. So the Kamma means law of moral causation, and the Chitta means the consciousness or the mind. Ritu means the seasons, connection to with the environment, and Ahara, nutritions that we intake from our eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind as experience. So when these four things come together, that is where your thoughts generate the desire and become another thought. See that deeper combination. That is where your grasping, clinging nature become very sustainable. So it is, you are capable to change this. How you can change it? Not just keep repeating. So then what you need to do, the very first thing, because that whatever you already done, that you know, as I mentioned from the beginning, that whatever you already done or whatever you have already, not enough for you to bring your happiness, satisfaction, comfort in this very life, or maybe your nibbana. So then you have to bring something new. So the very first thing then you have to do, you have to stop repeating that whatever you keep doing. Then you have to bring a very brand new method. So that brand new method, what? You have to develop your awareness, clear comprehension, sati sampajanya. So then awareness, when you experience something with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, just let it be there as an experience. Don't hold it. Don't clinging to it. And just know it is a combination of things. And then don't allow that your like, dislike to overtake that moment and categorize it or grasping or clinging with it. Just know it is a moment of experience and be free from it. Just practice with your one moment, with your eye or ear or nose or tongue or body or mind, little by little, little by little. And then by the time increase, expand the capacity. You take a moment and whatever you saw, that just it. And you take a very clear, mindful decision knowingly about it. It is just experience. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't like it. Maybe it's a neutral feeling. So, but you don't allow it to be there. But you consciously, you know, it is just moment of experience. And itself, it's arising, exist for a moment and change to something else. So then you withdraw from it. And then go to your ear and practice it with your ear. And go to your nose and then go to your tongue, go to your feelings and the mind. So practice one by one and then combine to two, your eye and ear. And then expand the capacity to nose, tongue, body, mind. And by the time all the six senses at once, that whatever you experience, just practice for a one moment. Can you just be there and allow it to experience without grasping, clinging, holding, resisting, and without putting your opinion on it? Just be completely neutral and know you are experiencing. That experience itself happens. You don't take a conscious decision to be with it. And then you will see that moment will go away. Then go to another thing, another thing. So once you understand it, it doesn't matter whatever you like or not, whatever you hate or not. It doesn't matter whatever you claim as yours or not. This everything always change. But only thing is, in our mind, we hold this everything. And we just clinging, holding, grasping, hugging, that our mental ideas, whatever in our mind, as mine. That is the only thing that we have. Otherwise, in this outside, there's nothing belong to us. But if you are capable to slowly understand this inner behavior, then slowly you are capable to release that. And that is where your mind become like a water. It doesn't have any form. Whatever it is there, it's capable to go through it. So that is where your mind become like the wind. It doesn't have any place in intention to settle down with anything. So always remember that moment of experience little by little, little by little. And be aware about it and don't allow it to grasping or go into clinging nature. Don't keep repeating, thinking about it again and again. And then you will see the mind itself become free from this all. That freedom will take you to the next moment of your liberation. So with that, we are going to practice a little bit now. So keep your back straight, neck get straight in one line and be comfortable with your posture. So bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Swapatveva or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation. In the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. And when it happens, just recognize it. Do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world. around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward, visualize yourself and send it as a light to your backside, into your left side, and to your right side, downward and upward, to all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun. Spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ettavata ca ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Imaya Dhammanudhamma Patipattiya Buddhang Pujemi Dhammang Pujemi Sanghang Pujemi Addhaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadi Maranam Ha Paribunjitsami Idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamunchutu. Bless you.